Alright folks, welcome back. I made some changes. There's several complaints. I found some tricks for optimization. I got a little bit better performance out of my potato machine. As you can see, I'm in my guild house today. There was a recent release of the Scandinavian furniture for the Christmas set. And I dumped a whole ton of stuff, 700 items in my other room in the attic, and I've got probably another 200 or 250 or something that I've dropped in here. Basically, I had a pub, and that pub was set up pretty good, but I'm going to, at this point, add a pirate theme. So I've got some bones, I got some treasure stuff in there, I got a bunch of good stuff that I'm going to add. So let's get started. Essentially, what I'm going to do is use the exact same pieces and just add. I'm going to, increase the number of items that are present in the level. I've got this handy dandy mouse trap down here. I'm probably going to just keep it by the door. But in general, a lot of the stuff that I'm going to be doing is just adding to the decor. So this is something that, a couple times a year, there's a big release of items. There's stuff that comes in. In this case, it's for Christmas. Some of the other scenarios we would see that in are like Easter or for Halloween. I know that I've had probably a couple of videos where that's going on. Maybe I didn't explain it so well, but that definitely is a big motivation to drop a whole bunch of furniture and build something new. Okay, so I have this skull statue here. This guy here is pretty old. I don't know if you can buy him now. Haven't seen him for a while, but there's a lot of similar objects that you can use. Keep that. I think I'm gonna keep it right here where this brick is. Give it kind of a spooky feel. Some of these items don't really fit with the theme I'm gonna go for, so I'm gonna remove them. I'm gonna take these little Sakura cherry trees out. Apologies for my voice in advance. I got a nasty cold. I had a real tough go the last month or so. Been a lot of illness, and I'm just now recovering and getting the opportunity to come back to where I want to be. Okay, so I got some crazy fungus. These were from Alice in Wonderland. I really liked the color motifs on these, and you can change them up. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to push these silver barrels together to make either one or two. I can get away with two in the corner here like this, and I'm going to bring that mushroom down in front. It's going to overlap, or the palm tree anyway is going to overlap the mushroom. I'm going to try for another color. Let's go 3 rotations and see what color I get. It's like green and purple. No, yellow and blue. There, that one stands out. Okay, I'm going for the purple and yellow. So just to keep it the same throughout, I'm going to do the same colors on my mushrooms up here as well. I'll throw one in up behind here. Behind the fireplace. Is it going to fit in there? Yeah, right there. Perfect. So I have these larger fungus as well. The same kind of thing, the large mushroom. And I'm going to sneak one in behind the couch here. And the other one, I'm going to keep up behind the stove in the bar. So these kind of tie a little bit of a theme in where there's a little bit of mold or there's something going on in the vicinity where it's not too clean, So I like the appearance of the fungus in this level. Okay, I got a cave torch. I'm going to use those behind these skull statues to give the impression that they're the same or like part of the same piece. Gonna kind of stick out like little tiki torches. And keep them at the same layer, or at the same level rather. They are actually the same layer as well. They're both level layer 1. So we have the skull statue and the cave torch are both layer 1. So the cave torch is slightly up from the base of the skull statue, so it appears behind. I got these nifty treasure chest chairs. Treasure chest chair? They're chest chairs actually, but they're from Ancient Red Barn, I think. There was a set that was just treasure items before the piratey treasure stuff that we see now, and they were just red chests, red fence, a bunch of cool items there. So I like to throw these in because they look, at a glance they look like a treasure chest, but they're kind of a little bit flat. So I will add them a little bit later. One of the things that I want to use is this shower. So these shower pieces, you know, they were from Sport Nexus, but they're interesting because they drop water. You can turn them on and move them around, and they actually have a particle generation effect that causes water to appear underneath them. So I'm going to use that to kind of work with my pirate theme and make it like a leaky kind of a place with some skulls going on where the water is going to be coming out of the skulls. Keep these mirrors up in the back here. Probably not going to get much use out of these, except for just extending the visual appearance of the level. I like how this is messy here, but I'm not sure about the position for the rest of them, because I think what's going to happen is I'm going to get them all parallel across from here. Or maybe I could do the same. Oh, I know what I'll do. I know. Oh, but my Grails are not approving. Okay, so they're going to come to the top, I guess. Those go there too. Getting messages in here. It's actually just in the last couple hours the Christmas gifts have dropped. So I'm sure everybody's like, hey, you want a gift for gift? Yeah, not me. No, I don't do that. What do I do, you ask? Oh, well, I think I'll probably focus another video on that tomorrow or the next day. Okay, so I've got these skulls up here. I'm going to pop these up all the way to layer 3. And normally, you know that I don't use layer 3. But these skulls, the way I'm going to use them is to float them as high as I possibly can in the level. Oh, maybe not as high as I possibly can. Let's bring them above the mirrors anyways. And I'm going to turn on my showers, if I can. There they go. Okay, so I have two pieces of this furniture here, the shower. I'm going to hide the shower underneath that bone skull. And what it's going to do is it's going to create a particle effect coming out of his mouth where there's water. It's decent. I think if the frame rate's a little bit better, then you'll see a little bit more of that action going on. And do I have another one in my inventory? I don't think so. I might have another one over here somewhere. Yeah. And then these guys are going to come up underneath. So this is the bone throne. I had a whole bunch of these. I sold quite a few. They're one of those items. It's like one is good, but you wind up with a dozen and you just have no use for them. And I think my water effect is getting negated by the bones here. I mean, it's there, but not spectacular. Okay, so I got, I think, 9 of these bone thrones to throw in here. Yeah. I went there. Okay. So I'm creating basically like a wall of bones to try and extend the layer of the level. You can see that there's like a kind of a cave wall that comes along here, but by adding these chairs, these bone thrones up at the top, I'm creating the illusion that they're actually, it's extended further, whether the wall is higher in the back. So a lot of the same effect can be achieved rather by using the fences or objects that are similar to fences. In this particular case, I've got a bone fence here, and these guys here, I think I've got 40 of these, and they're relatively easy to get. It's from the Halloween event. You get them in candy grab bags. I'll start using my hotkeys here. Out of practice, guys. I'm in trouble. Yeah, so the first year I got, I think, 20 or 30 of these things, and then I've gotten a few more here and there, but basically, anytime you want to use like a wall of bones, I mean, that's like every day. You want to create a wall of bones in your guild house or something, you can pull these out. It's actually something I've been talking about as an issue recently, is that I've got so much random seasonal furniture, it becomes difficult to house it. You know, with an inventory limit and the other challenges that we face, you know, the limit of the number of items in a level, sometimes it gets difficult, you know, even just storing your objects. Especially when there's a random, you know, event that comes along and all of a sudden you're expected to buy a bunch more stuff, or there's, you know, a bunch more available. Oh, I deselected and selected something else on me there. Yeah, I'm getting tons of messages. Lots of stuff going on the screen, unfortunately. Looks like I'm hitting some slowdown. But that could potentially be the server lag right now too, because everybody's probably signing on. The word that the gifts have dropped is probably getting around right as we speak. So let's check it out. Let's see. Go into the menu for a sec here and pop out the map. See how many people online? Oh, you got 1,700 online. That's not too bad. Most I saw, I think it was like 6K. Some GST or something a long time ago. Oh, this guy didn't rotate down. Okay, so basically, I'm gonna go around the edge with my bone fence. The bone fences will lend an air of pirate glory to my otherwise pretty dismal little chateau here. Let's see if I can grab that guy. Yep, there, got it. Okay, so another one down here. And here I'm actually going to use the small piece. The idea being that while, you know, the large pieces are good, they cover more area, I have a ton of these things, and I want to fit them all in and not just, you know, waste them. So I am kind of throwing in a pirate theme. Bones is, you know, notoriously piratey, but I also have some treasure stuff, as I mentioned before, that I want to kind of add. It doesn't really fit in mechanically. Like, there's going to be some stuff, like I have this this mossy blob table, which I love. It looks great. But I think that it's going to be a lot better replaced for the theme in this place with a piece that's going to be like piratey. So something like, if I have a treasure table, I don't know if I've thrown any treasure tables in here, will probably look a lot better in that position in comparison to the green kind of, you know, slimy table that's already there. Just because it'll match so much better with the stuff that I intend to put in. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, way too many. Way too much treasure furniture, guys. I have a treasure map here. I'm going to throw it up to layer 1 and see if I can throw it on the bar. No, I got to do layer 2. Oh, no, that's a bench. They made me pick up a bench instead of my map. Is that the map? That's the map. There we go. Okay. So it's layer 1, needs to go up to layer 2. Yeah. Actually, really like this piece, even though it's rather small and you can't really get away with using too many of them at a level because it's so unique. You know, there's a knife sticking out of it. There's a little visible red X there. If I put like 4 or 5 of those in this level, it would look pretty silly. Okay. More random treasure, random treasure, random treasure. I think we're back down to just the benches. Okay, so I got a couple log benches as well. Not intending to use them as actually log benches, but rather as some kind of shelving. Let's see if we get around to that. It's getting pretty crowded. Oh, I got a gift from Grimfang Iron Scar. He's one of my orc buddies. Thanks, Grimfang. There you are. Cool. So my next piece here, I'm gonna get this Loch Ness Monster in somewhere. And it's really a challenge for actually the wall space in this level now. It's something where I'm having a hard time finding the space to identify, you know, like objects that could be hanging from the wall and, you know, have them stick out from the scenery. I think I'm going to make this one layer 2 because there's a little bit of overlap with the wall at the top there. So typically you would see NPCs in the level at layer 1, stuff that you would see like walls or sometimes the tops of trees are an NPC. In this particular case, I'm talking about the little tiny ribs on the wall here. And this guy here, this skull fence, or the bone fence rather, when it was at layer 1 or layer 0, it was underneath the top edge here. So what's happened basically is that there's one piece that's a wall piece, or 2 pieces that are wall pieces below, and then there's a cap on that. And to do that, the level developer had to make different layers for those. So this guy's going to be at layer 2. Cover that up, and I can probably get away with just rotating one of these down at a level 1, and it doesn't look too terribly bad. The bone fence, because it's so segmented already, it kind of lends itself to, you know, a little bit of layering malfunction without too much complication. Okay, gonna rotate this guy twice and bring it down 1 so it maps into the existing. And then throw it up to layer 2 just to match it. Oh, I'm getting back into the tedious task of lining the room with skulls. Not very Christmassy, really, but I mean, it's something that I wind up doing almost every year, is throwing out some of the old stuff and bringing in something that's fresh. In this particular case, the thing that we got this year was Nordic furniture, which I have in my house. I threw a couple of pieces in there. Particularly, there were some really sweet little pillows. Pretty fancy if you're into this stuff, if you're building, if you're collecting things. I think it was 150 grillats for a pillow with like 8 or 9 options, which was pretty awesome. Pretty stoked about that. So in this particular case, I'm going to do something that normally I would never do. I have, I think, probably a dozen benches and a dozen little treasure chairs down here. And because my level is so jam-packed already, I've got so much crap in here, I'm going to build right over top of these. They're layer 0. I know that I can get away with it visually, because I have these skull fences that are going to come right over top, and I'll just bring them right in. So I'll come in below my set of strange bricks here. So I have strange bricks up to it looks like the ceiling kind of. It's got a little candle there. So it gives this image of there's like a divider here between the 2 areas, and the bone fence is going to continue down below. I think what I will do, however, is spread some of these out across this area so that it looks a little bit harmonious. Because it would look really weird to have an area at the top where there wasn't any treasure bench ribbing underneath the bones from the bone fence. And I know it's like, you know, 10 pixels in here and maybe 7 pixels in here or something, but it's that tiny detail that makes the difference, you know. Okay, so there's another one. I'm gonna add a couple more of those going down. Do the same thing down here. I have my treasure chairs. I'm gonna add the treasure chairs. Where can they go? Not many spaces left in this level, guys. I'm bringing one down here. Throw this guy up there. Up on the wall. Oh, it's layer 1. That's why I was panicking for a minute there. Perfect. Okay. Yeah. So now the rest of these bone fences can come down here and fix this right up. Yep. So not too terribly much exciting going on at this stage. I'm throwing in a lot of items that are, you know, predefined in the level. It's stuff that I came and disposed of in here. Basically, I ran through and dumped a bunch of junk. Instead of having the Loch Ness Monster actually in the level, I'm looking at having it be in a little cage out here, maybe. Looks like it could be interesting. I mean, it looks a little bit tacky, but it also looks like something that kind of fits the location. And I mean, that's creativity in a nutshell, right? When you have those little moments of, oh, I could do this, or oh, hey, it looks cool like that. Okay, so I'm trying to duplicate that, and it's a big mistake because not only is it taking a ridiculous amount of time, I don't have any more in my inventory. They're all in that pile. Old habits die hard. Okay, so that's the perfect spot there. Oh, you know what this is going to allow me to do? I'm going to shortcut this whole thing. So instead of placing another 40 or 60 or how many ever bone fences, actually what I get to do is just cap this off and use how many ever I want at the bottom. Brilliant. Yeah. One more rotation. I'm going to move it over to the left a little bit. Oh, and it popped back up. Rats. Yeah, control's getting a little wonky, guys. Sorry about that. But I think the overall performance is much better. I'm using a different browser. Okay, so I'm going to come down here, finish off these last couple little bench pieces. Or the pieces that are covering the benches anyways. And thinking about a place for these chest chairs. I got one more there. I used to have 4. I think I sold a couple at some point. Don't know when. I'm tempted to throw it right here and get rid of that carpet. Or at least move the carpet. Because the whole dynamic of this space has changed. Now it's all crowded. So I think if I pull the carpet out, it might be a little bit better. That's a tough sell in this room. Down one from there. It's so hard. I love that carpet so much, but it just doesn't really fit now. Now that that chair is there too. Okay, so I got a bunch of crates. These crates are from War Shop. You can buy them right now. Basically just gonna chuck them in the corner. I got a bunch of different colors. I think there's 3 or 4 different colors in my stack here. There's like, I think 10 or something that you can get. It's ridiculous, the number that's there. And a bunch of other stuff. You know, all the military style gear. Oh, and because this is layer 2, it's showing up on top. Perfect! That looks so good. It looks so stacked in there. It looks just like perfectly packed. Happy with that. I'm gonna take these guys behind this glass up here because it's kind of cheeky. Make it look like there's military gear. Oh, maybe I should do all of the military gear behind this glass so it looks like it's all stacked in the walls. I think I gotta. Let's lean into that. Even though this looked really good, like it looked super perfect over here, I really like the idea of there being like hidden stash of arms or something hidden in the walls. Oh, I'm gonna stack one up here too. Awesome. Wow, that turned out way better than I thought it was going to. Bunch of crates of gear. Yeah, I don't know if that shower is doing its job up there. I can't really see, my frame rate is pretty bad. Maybe I'll check it on mobile later, but I think I might want to ditch that. Okay, I got some candles I'm going to throw on the tables. Actually, I already have a candle right here, but actually that candle doesn't have a lighting effect. So I'm going to use my crypt candle at layer 0 and enable the flame. And these ones have a lighting effect, so when it's dark, if you're on mobile again, these guys will have a lighting effect on them. So I'm going to do the same thing for the other candle on the right hand side here. Go to layer 0. Enable the crypt candle lighting, and yeah, this is really the technique, right? Is that when you're looking at objects working together, stacking one thing on top of something else to make it function in a different way, or combining the way that they work. That's really the name of the game here. Wow, that worked out really well. That looks perfect. You can't even notice that it was there. And this one I'm going to leave somewhere visible. Here, let's put it up here. Somewhere visible but not lit. I like leaving a couple of the crypt candles around that are not actually lit as well. Okay, so now I have these logs. These logs, I was going to make them kind of like shelving. But I don't think that's going to work too well, so maybe what I'll do with them instead is block the entrance. Let's see if I can play with the layers and actually make it cover the entrance in a different way. No, it doesn't. So I'll just make it look like it's closed. Pretty good. And here is the big reveal. So on this side of the waterfall, I have my diabolical Christmas minigame. So every year I run something. It changes year to year what exactly that looks like. One time I had a race with a balloon. One time it was pet gambling. There's been a variety of different events that I've had. This particular time I'm making a game where basically you start in the center with 5 players and everybody has to go and hit the target dummies. So when you hit the target dummy, it will spit out a letter or a number. That letter or number will then be a component of the password for the key block in the middle, where you will have to go, and the first person to unlock the key block and grab the statue will win. So of course it's a PK area, so players can fight each other and kill each other. Makes it a little bit exciting, a little bit dangerous. Gives them the opportunity to, mess somebody else's attempt up. So I'll be running that for gifts pretty soon here. Anybody who wants to come and play, yeah, I'm happy to discuss how I built it. I'm happy to host games. I'm going to buy a whole ton of gifts this year, and hopefully continue running some similar games and giveaways here as well. So if you like Christmas gifts, then come on and start watching. Listen for any shoutouts on when I'm going to give something away. That's what goes on. I've already given a few out this previous year, but now I'm gonna get so many more. Like I got more cash than I ever have. I don't know what to do with it all, so I'm probably gonna buy 100 or 150 Christmas gifts. Why not? You can give them out, run mini games. There's no way to give grelats now, right? You can't pass money around, so one better thing. Oh, this just looks totally cluttered now. I love it. It looks cluttered, but intentionally cluttered, which is kind of what I was going for. Okay, so one more little piece here. I have these bones. And this is actually something where when I look at it, I've got this set of bones. And if you take an individual bone, like if I take one of the pieces of this bone, it has kind of a very dim shadow. The appearance of it is not very bold. The contrast of the shadows in the dark areas are less. I don't know if there's some transparency in these or what. I'm going to take a couple out and place them around as, some environmental bone setting stuff, but the actual cool part about this is that if I leave a bunch there, it makes it look like a completely separate item. Same with this blood stain, actually. If I take this out, these are really faint. Like if I take one off over here, but if I leave it on top, they get like super crimson. It looks really good. So I'm gonna take a couple out just for splatter's sake, but I have 4 and I'll leave the other 2 there. So that's got like a really bold look to it. Great, so that's about it. Maybe I can grab this. Can I grab that? Oh, I can grab the wanted poster still. Awesome. So I have the old... Oh yeah, and I got some puddles in here too. Yeah, puddle, puddle, puddle. Because this is a rather leaky room. It is under a waterfall after all. It's getting there. We're almost there, almost at the end of this. I also have my large number of bone torches. So I'm going to take some bone torches. I don't like the look of this one particular bone fence here. Shrink that back down. And keep it right about there. There, like that. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to take these torches. Again, nice lighting effects on these guys. And kind of just stick them in here and there. It's not like my previous use of these torches where I had little clusters of them. I mean, I can. Maybe here and there. That does lend a nice effect. But I really want them to kind of intersperse between all the items in this level. Because this level is already so cluttered, having the little light points showing up like that is going to make it look even more, you know, bizarre. Okay, so I can't really get away with keeping one down here. It's going to be floating in space, but I can keep one up here. Just kind of sticking over the edge of the couch. Throw another one up in between each of these guys here if I have enough. And I think that'll just about do it. I keep getting drawn back on those stains. Another one there. Another one up here. Ooh, that one looks good. I like that. Showed up right in the middle of the top of the bone throne. Or I guess it's the joint between the two. That's where it came in there. Got another. I'm gonna make this one stick way out. Yeah, make it really apparent. Yeah, and last thing here, I'm gonna pop this guy up to layer 2, so he shows up on top of this strange brick. And that about does it, guys. Pretty happy with the way that turned out, except for the Loch Ness Monster. I'll probably find a way to throw that right smack dab in the middle. Yeah, I know. I keep saying, oh yeah, that's about it, that's about it. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I keep it right at the table. There you go, guys. Enjoy. Little monster to look at. Then I gotta adjust my plate. I think my plate's layer 0. Should be layer 1. This one can come down back where it was. That actually hides the issue that I was having with the green table as well. That the green table was not quite fitting with the theme. Readjusting my carpet. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Just to make it look even, I'm gonna use my half increment and pull it so it's not quite on this edge and not quite on this edge, so it appears like randomly placed. My water puddle. Move these guys around. Actually, no, let's throw the rat out there. I hate that rat. Rat, you're going in the brink. There you go. Stuck. And he's still running around down here. Little varmint. Get in there. There you go. He escaped. I gotta try again. This is the real way to do it. Stop him from moving. Eat his little cheese at the same time here. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna throw him in that cage because he's naughty. There. Alright guys, there's the updated pub. I hope to see you online in the next week or so here. We'll be having a bunch of mini games from my side and lots of gift giving. So yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you again next time.